right and wrong. Take control of what they're thinking. Social media overload. Attention spans are slowly shrinking. And quick to blame, but never show. Just cause you say it don't make it so. But you can kill the man, but you can't kill the message. You can ignore the obvious.
Hi, Steve Aggasild here once again, Soul and Jazz Flavors in conjunction with SoulStrutter, the UK's #1 soul music blog. Back in conversation with my very good friend who's got some new music out. Welcome once again from AgapeSoul, Darryl Anders. Hey, how you doing?
Hey man, how you doing? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm good. So a new project. How long you been working on this? Was this during the pandemic and stuff?
The answer to that question is about 3 years.
Wow, as long as that.
Yeah, it's sad to say. I mean, the world was in a messy place, and it was.
So you said 3 years. So the first, obviously, track that came out was "Bulletproof" with Tommy Sims.
Right.
Okay,
And
then
that was a song.
Last year it was with the fabulous Mesa, "Nobody But You."
Yep. Yeah.
Who's got a new single coming out just like next week or the week after?
Yeah, she's on fire.
She is absolutely on fire. And I
really
believe she also introduced you to Tony Monreal.
Yeah, I had this song and I was looking for a singer, and she goes, "You should call Tony." And I had met Tony once on my last trip to the UK, and I thought, well, let's see what happens. I reached out and he was incredibly gracious. He said, "Sure, I'd love to." He tracked it in his home studio, and the rest is history.
Yeah. And I suppose that's what happened with the whole project. Everybody had to do their own bits in their own places.
Yeah.
And then send it back to you, and you just perform the magic that it all comes together.
Well, I have an incredible engineer, Cam Parrish, who put all that together, and he also co-produced the record with me. He's got great ears and understands my vision, which is really helpful because it keeps me on track. So yeah, we were very fortunate to have people who were able to play beyond the circumstance, because it's difficult to play your individual part without hearing, the other things to relate to.
Sure.
Like with the drums, I mean, a lot of times for most of these songs, I sent literally a skeleton of the song to the drummer and he played his part, and we built on top of that, and he was absolutely amazing. Aaron Haggerty is the drummer on 5 of the 6 songs.
Wow.
So it was really great.
And of course, the lead single, "Breathless," has the fabulous Zoe on it. And she's just so good.
Yes, she is. Yes,
Zoe Ellis, for those who might not know who Zoe is, but who has been with you from the very beginning, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, we're good friends and great collaborators. And this this song is a song that she wrote with why can't I think of it? Johnny Musgrave and Chris Nicholas in the UK. She wrote these songs with those guys about 20 years ago. Wow. And that song was one of my favorite of her tunes. So I asked her if we could do it, and she was kind enough to let me put my spin on it, and you hear the end result.
Well, let's just play a little bit of the lead single, "Breathless," from the new 6-track EP, Heart Conditions. Darryl Anders featuring Zoe Ellis on vocals.
There was something on my mind, just a moment in time, like a scent or a line, leaves you wanting, leaves you breathless, so breathless. And every day I had the blues, thinking nothing was true, thinking only
is just one of the tracks off the new 6-track EP Heart Conditions, now out and available across all digital platforms as well, from Darryl Anders AgapeSoul, and I believe it's also coming out on CD.
Yes, the CDs were a little bit behind. I should have them literally any day now. And they'll be available at Amazon, iTunes, most places where you consume music.
I think, Darryl, I think these days people are missing having the content in their hands rather than just, you know, a digital file on the computer, to be honest.
Well, I am very old school in that way. If the music is something that's important to me, I want to have something I could put my hands on. And I also want to read liner notes. I mean, that's a lost thing. I literally had to force myself on this record to condense everything. You know, I want to be sure to give everyone credit for their contribution to the record. But, you know, I could have written a 5-page liner note just, you know, acknowledging the people and their contributions. But I think it's important to kind of see how the record is made, to see what pieces make up the entire thing, because, you know, I absolutely am not one of those musicians that can do everything himself. I have a great team of people that I work with, and the AgapeSoul is not a band, it's a brand, and it's, you know, a musical vision in my head. And my dog won't shut up. Go.
That's okay.
So yeah, it's very good to have people around you that support what you do. And you know, Errol Cooney, who's played guitar on every record from the beginning. Cam's engineered the last 2 records for sure, and I would never make a record without him at this point.
Wow. Now
you've got, you know, of course, Zoe's been with you.
Now you've got another couple of vocalists on the other tracks. You've got Fred Ross, who does a cover version of John Lennon's Jealous Guy. And then Nate Soulsinger as well, who is a great vocalist on Sad But True. Tell me how those collaborations came about.
So Nate I worked with before on the last record. She sang the title track, Conversations, as well as a song called Think About It on the last record. Give me 1 second. Oh, sorry. She's an amazing talent. She's one of the most talented singers here in the Bay Area. She's a great songwriter as well. And she's been working a lot with Narada Michael Walden.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Working on projects with him. So she's just amazing. So it was great to have her on Sad But True, which is a song I wrote a long time ago, and I've tried to record it like 4 times, and it just couldn't quite get it to where I wanted to. But this time we pulled it off. We flipped a couple things around, and I'm really happy with how that song came out. Fred Ross, you may know him from his years as a singer with Pee Wee Ellis and Fred Wesley. Amazing Bay Area singer. We've been friends for, 30 years.
Wow.
And it's one of my oldest friends here in the Bay Area, and I really wanted to work with him on this. So we recorded this song right in the middle of the pandemic, and completely remotely. I was, on my phone, on my iPhone, producing a session like that. And he just did an amazing job. I wanted to pay homage to, the Donny Hathaway version, which is the one I grew up with, but also make it different. And the keyboard player, LJ Holloman, just put an amazing kind of gospel flavor on it. Errol Cooney, as always, just comes through. And the background vocals with Sarah Williams, Josh Carter, and Michaela Cheadle. I just wanted it to be a dense production, but still, paying tribute to the original.
Yeah.
So I feel like we pulled it off.
Well, tell you what,
so.
let's play some of this cover version of John Lennon's Jealous Guy from the new 6-track EP, Heart Conditions.
I was dreaming of the past, and my heart was beating fast. I began to lose control. I began to lose control. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Check out Heart Conditions and many other tracks off the new EP from Darryl Anders AgapeSoul. What have you been up to post-pandemic then, my friend?
Well, just finishing up this record and trying to enjoy life again. Being locked up in the house for a couple years is not fun. So it's been great to just get out and see friends and play music again. I've been doing some shows with some different artists, and I'm also getting prepared to go back out with AgapeSoul and do some shows to support this record, and hopefully get back to the UK.
So that would be
if anybody's
fabulous.
listening, we could be packed and ready in 15 minutes.
Is it just the UK you would come to, or would you maybe try and get into Europe as well?
Anywhere that will have us, let's work it out. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. So, gosh, here we are in October already. It's quite amazing just how quickly this year has gone past. I've got to say, though, and I'm not sure about yourself, Darryl, but there has been some great new independent soul songs and artists this year as well. I think this one maybe good thing out of this whole pandemic carry on is that a lot of artists, new artists as well as established artists, have had their creativity really, sparked, and that is a good thing, obviously.
For sure, absolutely.
Anyone in your area that is new and exciting that you've kind of have heard that's got some new music coming out?
Oh, there's someone I'm thinking of, and I don't want to mispronounce her name, so let me. I'm going to look this up.
Okay, cool. No worries.
Her first name is Atina. Yeah. Oh, hang on a second here. Let me find this. Atina Gillard, amazing R&B singer. She's been doing some great stuff. I'm really excited about what she's doing. What's her name? There's a singer out of LA. Oh, I got like post-COVID brain fog today.
Yeah. Atina, I definitely agree with you. She's had a couple of songs out. It's very, very good. What amazes me is the amount of talent and new songs that seems to come out every week out of absolutely nowhere, which is
right.
Absolutely fabulous if you're a fan of our genre of music. And long may it continue, for sure. Long may it continue. But yeah, we would love to see you back in the UK, of course. In 2023, which is not that far away, actually. It's just around the corner. How's everybody else in the band? I mean, what has Zoe, for example, been doing? Because not only is she a great vocalist, but she's a great songwriter as well.
Absolutely, she's a great songwriter. She's been, I think she's working on some projects with her brother, and we're trying to talk her into doing a record herself. Her daughter's keeping her really busy. Her daughter's incredibly talented. She's doing modeling and singing and writing and recording. Basically, she's going to make us all look bad. Lily Ellis is just an absolute talent and an amazing human being. She's I think 14 years old.
Wow.
And she's one of my favorite human beings on the planet. She's just an amazing person. I can't even say an amazing kid. She's an amazing person. So that takes up a lot of Zoe's time, but we all support her in that, and Lily, and watch for her. She's going to do great things. I promise you. Okay, will do.
So, as you mentioned earlier, there's CDs coming out that people will be able to buy physical versions of from various digital platforms. Obviously, digital copies are available now to download as well. And we wish you all the very, very best with this great new project. I've had a couple of listens to it since got it last night, and well, obviously, Bulletproof was such a great song, and very, very popular for you in 2020. Can you believe it? 2020?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then last year, it was, in fact, nearly a year and a half ago, when you had Nobody But You with Mesa. Now, I remember we spoke probably late 2020 when you kind of told me, in confidence that about this new project that you were going to have early 2021. How has that time gone so fast, Darryl? It's unbelievable.
Being a grown-up is crazy. Being a husband and a father, and taking care of my mom and having a day job, those things just get so much time, and I can't put any of those things aside. Those things have to get done, and that's more important than music. So and I always say, my wife says, why does it take so long to make a record? I'm like, well, I can make a good record, or I can make a quick record, and I'm not gonna put out anything that's not as good as I can make it. So if it takes me longer, that's just
sure
the byproduct, and hopefully it's worth the wait to people who end up listening to it.
Well, you've got a very large fan base back over here, and they'll all be delighted to hear it, and I'm delighted to be able to play it. So it ticks all the boxes for me, my friend. It ticks all the boxes.
Well, thank you.
Darryl Anders, listen, what can I say? Good luck with the new EP, Heart Conditions. Everyone, it is available now. We will certainly be playing it for quite some time. Thank you, as always, for taking time out to speak to us.
Well, you are very welcome, my friend. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I greatly appreciate everything that you've done for me and for AgapeSoul. So anything I can ever do for you, don't hesitate to ask.
Okay, buddy. Well, we shall catch up soon, and you have a good day.
You too, my friend. Take care.
Thank you, Darryl Anders AgapeSoul.
They personify civility, all you'd ever hope to be. Now their love is history. People change and people grow. Some love will never know. What you reap, you should